Hello, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm FJJ here with PodiumArcher.com looking at this bow, the Lift X 29.5. Why is it an X? It is this right here, tuning system. So this screw comes out and there's a drive underneath it and it screws the limb in or out, right? So that manipulates wheeling in a similar fashion to how a Bowtech does it, but the cam isn't moving because the cam is slaved to the left limb. So it's not the cam manipulating left and right, it's actually the limb moving just a little bit. And it does work, I have tested it, and it is super, super easy to tune. No more top hats, they're gone, you don't need them. So all of them ones that I made for all those other previous bows, they'll still work for those other previous bows, but we won't need them anymore after that. So this bow is sweet. They were already really the nicest, or I shouldn't say nicest because that's a personal opinion, right? But they were the best selling bow of this last year by far, period. And I don't know anybody that's going to argue that. I know what their lead times were like. I know how many I got and how hard they were to get. It is absolutely by far the most popular bow of the year. How do you improve on that? Tunability, which is fantastic. Outside of that, the numbers are all the same. They did come up with this new color. It's called shale. It's like a darker gray, so granite's gone, by the way. Didn't mention that in the previous video, and it's honestly really good looking gray. All the accessories and whatnot will be available in it as well. So they did one small process change to the limbs. They are the same limbs, but there's a slight change in the process, and it's called ERC7 technology. And I have to emphasize again, the cam is not moving. The cam stays still, the limb moves, and that's what makes it different and why it's not like a patent violation. So outside of that, the specs are the same. So we're still running a 348 foot per second bow, and we are going to test these at 80%, which is the fastest configuration. So we'll see how fast it really goes. 55 pounds to 80 pounds, 5-pound increment adjustments via module, which is once again the only brand that does that. So this one bow is any poundage you want it to be. There's only one limb, which is pretty sweet. Makes it easy for 70 bucks or 60 bucks. You can change the poundage. Simple as that. 3.99 pounds, which is super light. There's only a couple of bows made out of anything, period, that are lighter than that, which is pretty impressive. And 29.5-inch axle to axle on a 6-inch brace height. So let's measure some of this stuff and see what we get. Right side of the screw, right side of the screw. Spot on 29.5. If I remember correctly, they're the only bows that I have measured that the riser is actually longer than the axle to axle length across the board. Nobody else does that. Let's see what our reflex looks like. Looks like about 2 1/8. Let's check our actual draw length, our loadout point, and get it set at 70 pounds, and then we can shoot this thing. So 4.0, 4.1, 4.0, 4.1, 4.0, and that's with the arrow rest on, guys. Like, this bow is lighter than 3.99 pounds. That's the shallowest point, and it's probably because they redesigned this grip, and the grip's actually a little thicker than the pre-one, so unfortunately it's going to be shy of that. Looks like it's about 30 1/4. Check our loadout point. Loadout point is looking like 30 1/2. Okay, let's get a poundage set and we can shoot this sucker. All right, this is a 350 grain arrow, 70 pounds, 30 inches, 80% let off. Dun, dun, dun. We're looking for 348. Let's see what we get. Let's try about a 335 average there. Okay. On to this one. So 296 will be the average of that. All right, try some heavy ones. 248, 251. 251, 249, so 248. All right, we'll set it at 28 and do it again. 281, 285. 283 average. All right, let's do some sound. Well, we'll call that a 79 on the DBs. Let's do some mathing. Okay, we got these numbers out and something didn't look right, so I went back through and reshot the 450s. at 70, at 30, and it was a little faster than we published down there. So that's the difference we got. The second one, sorry, we didn't record it. There's 17 foot a second difference, so that's 8.5 FPS per inch. You can use that math to figure out what the speed is going to be at a different draw length. That's why we do that measurement. Now we got 79 dB again, same as the 33. So I'm going to give a 4 on sound because those are the lowest numbers we've ever gotten. Now let's throw the rest of this in here. Speed 335 is going to give you a 12 here. Weight 399. It's going to give you a 7 on weight. Tunability. So tunability, you don't have timing adjustments, but this is a super easy, simple system to use. I'll give you 11 there. Integrations and features, like they do a phenomenal job of so many specific things for their bows. Integrate things and design their bows around trying to make quivers fit better, stabilizers fit better, all your equipment fit better, arrow rests fit better. This happened on Mathews first. I mean, they're very much in the forefront of trying to make these things more balanced and functional better and quieter better. There's still some room to grow, but got to give you a 9 there. Okay, so this bow did not hit the 10-foot mark. So you're going to get some dings and honesty there. And your brace height was lower, and your axle to axle was right on. So I'm probably going to have to give you like a 9 for honesty, because that speed just ain't getting there. It's 13 feet shy, and that is 80% modules. Triple check to make sure we got the right ones here. Yep, we got 80% modules on here, so it can't get better. It can't get faster than that. This bow does feel phenomenal. It's very quiet. It's low vibration, low recoil. It's an amazing feeling bow. It does stack up quite well. I urge you to try it against other bows. Everybody feels things differently, so a Hoyt might feel better to you than this, or a Darton might feel better than this, a Bowtech might feel better to you than this. But these bows feel amazing to me. So that it is a personal opinion, right? Because that's how it feels to me, but you should probably pay attention to it. So for feel, I'm going to give you a 9. Design and forgiveness, I'm going to give you a 7 because you do have a lot of reflex in there. But the design's amazing. Like, there's so much good work that goes into these bows. I can't say enough good. Value, $12.59. When you start comparing these bows to everybody else's bows, they're actually priced pretty good, which is shocking to me. Traditionally, your flagship main brands are more expensive than everything else. They're right in the ballpark. So I got to give you a 4 for value. Obviously, it's not a screaming deal by any means, but it's more than fair of an asking price for what you're getting. Appeal and quality, I'm also going to give you a 4. They're a very aesthetically nice looking bow. I love the way they look. They are very durable. You know, the one little small mishap last year, so that's why I'm giving you a 4 instead of a 5. Because I have had flawless luck with Mathews over the years. They really, really stand behind their product well. So let's add this up and see what we get. Yeehaw. 12, 19, 30, 39, 48, 57, 60, 64, 64, 68, 72, 76. All right, 76 is what you get. There's some room for improvement there without any issue, like honesty. And honestly, I could have just got a slightly slow bow. That is possible. You know, they do have variants bow to bow. If you took 4 bows, put them together and shot them all, they'd all give you a different speed. But that's the bow I got, so that's the bow I tested. I'm willing to bet they're probably more like 10 feet off, not 13, but it's just the bow I got. So, and then which would make sense compared to the 33 that I got and the speeds that I got out of it. But 76 is still a great number. Bows are incredible. I can't emphasize it enough. Is there a ton of difference between a Lift and a Lift X? No. There is some. They recut the riser, and if you got a bigger hand on these bows, you're going to like this bow a lot better. It feels a lot better in your hand and in your grip. But that tunability feature is exceptional. Support your local pro shop. They need you. You need them in the long run. Even if you've had a bad experience, give them another try. They're typically owner operated. It's a hard business to make money at, and it can be quite stressful, but this is a symbiotic relationship. We need pro shops to survive. I don't want your money that you're spending at the pro shop. I simply only want your online business. If you are buying things online, and only if you're buying things online, I do not want to encourage you to buy things online over a pro shop. Help support your local pro shop. But if you're going to buy it online, podiumarcher.com, use coupon code MFJJ to save you a little money. The tuning feature in this bow will help the shop as well as you. It's not just, oh, well, I'm not going to work on it myself, so the tuning thing doesn't matter. It is way more precise. You can make smaller adjustments. You can infinitely tune the bow better. This is valuable whether you're doing the tuning or not. This technology is awesome. I am excited to see it because it was really the one thing I felt like they were missing. I'm just jacked. Hopefully you are too. Get down and try this bow and try at least 3 different bows before you pick one, because you'd be surprised what you think you're going to like and what you end up liking can really be a different thing. So make sure to try at least 3 different major brands before you make your purchase. But this one's going to be hard to beat. Thanks for watching.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.